Hi guys, it's me, Jeannie, the Witch of Boise, and I'm here to do another episode of Toasty Tarot Nights, Toasty Tarot Nights. That's a show and a podcast that I do on my YouTube channel. And it's just like a little segment that we just hang out, we have drinks, and that can be cocktails, mocktails, water, tea, whatever. We read tarot and we hang out. So it's really fun. Before we begin, make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if any of this resonates with you. And that's with a card reading or even like life in general. I love to read your comments. Also, these are going to be general readings. So if they resonate with you, I want to hear all about it. So just make sure you do comment below. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. You know, it's a general reading, so it doesn't resonate with every single person, but just know that that's the case. Today I am drinking not out of my usual mug. It is my Real Housewives of Boise tumbler that my dad got at the Flying M in Boise. So cute. If you know me, I am a Bravo freak. I love Housewives. If it's a trashy reality show, I'm in it. Like, that's probably like my worst trait. Like, I love it and I just do, so. But, I am just drinking seltzer water with a little bit of oil that is found in Ontario. You can take that however you'd want to take it, but I'm deciding to, in March, to not drink any alcohol. This is being filmed on March 3rd, 2022. So, yeah, it's just, yummy. So, let's cheers really quick. Let's cheers to just hanging out and seeing each other. Clink. So good. Ooh, that is so good. Okay. So I have my Witch's Tarot. This is what we're going to start doing this. So interesting because I actually started filming this probably like 8 minutes in, and I just didn't like the vibe. Sometimes that happens where either I make a mistake, like the intro, or I just don't like the vibe of the reading. Because I want to do a message that's for not just me, but for whoever is guided to watch this too. So if it's kind of that like ick energy, or if I'm just not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. So I started over, and it's so funny because some of the same cards are in this. It's just funny where that's totally a tarot thing where if you're trying to get another message or whatnot, and if it is a message that's intended for you, it's going to come through, like, no matter what. So let me go through the cards that came out. You have the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and then the Six of Cups. So there's a like a metaphorical wall that's coming down, and I think you're going to really start to realize different sorts of relationships and like beginning of relationships. And it doesn't necessarily, when I say relationships, I always want to like preface, it's not just romantic. It's definitely like any sort of relationship. This can be coworkers, this can be family, this can be friends. But since this like vulnerability and that wall, metaphorical wall coming in, you're getting these like new relationships that are coming in. And you're going to actually start to find yourself being a lot more on the creative side of things, as well as being more social. And I think for some of you, that might be really surprising that you're not a big social butterfly, you're not an extrovert or anything like that. But I think you're going to start to see yourself kind of go into that route where you're kind of putting your toe in and being like, you know what, I think I'm ready for it. The one thing you need to make sure though is that you are balancing your energy. So I think some of you have this wall down and then something back up. So like an emotional wall down, and then like there's a blockage that's happening. So you have to let down every single wall to get that vulnerability. Now, what I'm saying with this blockage, and this is with that 6 of Pentacles in reverse, is that that's an energetic exchange. That's giving and receiving. So if you're not doing great in finances and whatnot, it's time to focus on giving in order to get. And it's the same kind of concept of what's happening. So it's either like you are saying, I'm not, like, we'll just say, for instance, with a relationship, I'm not going to give anything. They're going to be doing everything for me. That's going to be really a halt to some of this energy, this really beautiful energy that's coming in. So you just want to make sure that it's an even kill, and that it's an open communication, an open energy. Then there's this, it's so interesting because there's these walls that are coming down, and then there's walls coming back up. Just like what I said earlier. Because then you're having this wall that's in your mind, that your self-saboteur side of yourself, maybe the self that says that you're not good enough or that you talk down to yourself, you're actually starting to release that. And you're changing into a different mindset of like, I can handle this. I got this. And it's not that like talking down to yourself of being like, well, I can't do this. I can't, it's that I can. And it's just really interesting to see that happen. But here's your wall back up. You're not being honest, and you're not being truthful to yourself or to others. And this can be something that you're wanting. It's something that you wanted in the past, and that you weren't brave enough, or even maybe knew that that's what you wanted. And you have to speak your truth, and you have to be honest and truthful to what you're wanting. And right now you're just kind of like, you feel like you're unsure, but you know it. You know what you want, but you're acting like you're unsure, and you're kind of just beating around the bush. And you have to get back into that mindset of like, you deserve this. You have this. And there's just this energy, this nostalgia, and it's not like wanting to like live in the past, but it's just like there's an aspect in the past that has happened and you want it again. And it might not necessarily like be, just for an example, like if you're thinking about, oh, that was a good relationship that I had in the past and I want it again. Not necessarily with that person, but I want that kind of relationship. And that's that energy where it's not wanting the exact thing, but it's something that is very, very similar that gets you in your heart. That's like that same, like, I just want that. And you just have to be truthful and honest with yourself. Even if it's something super dorky, like, I say dorky, but it's really cool to me. But like, there's certain things that I collect or that I really enjoy. And some people would think it's really nerdy, and that's okay. But like, that's the kind of thing where it's like, you're wanting that. So be honest and truthful. Just say what you want and go for it. But it's a really interesting energy shift that's happening because it's this up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And you gotta be honest and truthful. And it's knowing your boundaries and what you will allow and what you won't allow. But then also, like, letting your guard down, being free. Just a really beautiful, beautiful message. All right, guys, that is it for that reading. So if you liked that reading, make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if any of this resonates with you. Also, really quick, if you want to book a reading with me, I am doing private readings. You can go to my website, witchofboise.com, and you can see my pricing, what services I offer, all of that on there, and it's witchofboise.com. So let's do a quick little cheers. Let's cheers to like authenticity, like cheers to just letting go, let our nerdy flag fly, and let's do this. Clink. Ooh, that is good. All right. Now I'm gonna really shuffle this. I'm just kind of cutting the deck around. Do it one more time. Okay. What message do we want to hear right now, or do we need to hear? Not that we want. What do we need to hear? Oh my gosh, okay. Too many. We just need 3 or less cards, please. What message do we need? Okay. All right. Okay. I think that is good. So our first card is Justice in reverse. Then we have Page of Cups. We have the 5 of Cups. The High Priest in this deck, but in traditional tarot, it's the Hierophant. Temperance. The Hermit. The 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And the Wheel of the Year, in traditional tarot, it's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. So there's an imbalance that's happening here. It's so funny because it's kind of like the last reading where it's coming to me where it's like, you're not being truthful. So either you or someone is not being truthful or honest. And it's kind of leading into this like injustice, like this really imbalanced energy. And you're going to be receiving like some sort of message. And this is because of the Page of Cups. So it doesn't necessarily mean like a text message or DM or something like that. If it's the Page of Swords, that's usually it for me. But you're going to get some sort of message and it's going to really tug on your heart. I think you're going to feel really upset by it. You're not going to be focusing on your blessings, what you currently have. You're going to be so focused on the damage, and I shouldn't even say damage per se, but like the impact that this message is going to have on you. But the thing is that this is a lesson. And you have to learn how to deal with this kind of thing. You can't just run away from it. You can't. And this lesson, you're still learning it. And something's going to keep repeating and repeating over and over again until you get it. And I honestly feel like whatever this injustice, this imbalance that's happening, this not being truthful, not being honest, I think is catching up to you. And it's just knowing that you have to learn your lesson. You can't act that way and expect people or situations to go your way, because it's a repeated cycle. But the good thing, though, is that your spirit guides, your guardian angels, people that have passed, are really watching you. And they're trying to get this balance back on. They're trying to guide you through this lesson. But you have a lot of work to do. And I think I honestly think that this is towards people that are in, like, they're in relationships, and this is just coming to me in this sense, where they're in relationships, and this is very specific, so this might not even resonate with most of you, but it's like, what I'm getting is, like, you got into a relationship too early. It was almost like you were, like, came to me, like 21. Just say that you're young. You're young. And everyone else around you is getting together. And it was just kind of like, I have to. And you never got the chance to go through your own maturity, your own self journey by yourself. You had to, like, take on this because it became like you got married to him, you had kids, you have, like, this whole life that just kind of revolved around you guys as a couple, but it was never about you. And you never had a chance to be about you. And right now, this lesson that's happening to you is your soul journey. And this is what's going to take those scales into balance. Because I feel like that there's a lot of resentment. There's a lot of crap that happened in the past. And you can't even focus on, like, your current situation and how blessed you really are. You're so focused on it because there is like this resentment that's happening. And I don't know who I'm honing in on, but, like, this, it's just, like, coming to me in that sense. So you really need to focus. You really need to focus on your spiritual journey. And it doesn't mean that you have to, like, get all woo-woo and all of that stuff, but it's like focusing on yourself, on what you like, who you are. Because I don't think that you know who you are. And it's really interesting because I'm going through, this is just a side note, I'm going through kind of a similar situation, not to that extent, but it's finding out who you are and knowing who it is. And I just feel like you've been lost for a really long time. And you're finding yourself. Or you're on the cusp of that. I really feel like you need to focus on one thing at a time. You're too overwhelmed. You have a lot going on. And it's like you can't juggle it all. You can't do it all. At least right now. Because you have to focus on your healing. And you're running away from it, or you're just avoiding it, and you're just building up more and more resentment. And you need to stop trying to control every situation that happens. Every situation. And this is in like your personal life, your work life, your love life, your friends. It's like you have to be in control of absolutely everything, or you feel alone, or you feel so lost because you don't know who you are. So you need to really focus on your spirit guides, your guardian angels, the people that have passed on, and ask them for guidance. Also, as a side note, look at what kind of habits you have had or have created, and it's time to really get those reined in and moderate. So this can be like with alcohol, this can be with overeating, sugar, this can be gambling, shopping, things like that. But you're on this like really cool journey and you're just at the beginning of it, and you don't have to feel like you're lost, because you're not. You're not. Just let go of control and things are going to start to like come into play. All right. That is it for that reading. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if any of this resonates with you. All of your interactions with my video does help build my channel, so I do really appreciate that. If you want to, I post a lot on Instagram. My Instagram is Boise. I do a card of the day every single day, and then you can kind of see what's going on with what's going on with me there. So you can go check that out. Let's just cheers right now to letting the universe decide. Clink. That's good. All right. So I gotta be honest with you guys. So I'm filming this on the 3rd of March, 2022. And I've had a really rough day. I kind of came home and I have my filming list in my little trusty binder that I've had since I was like in 6th grade that I just never used. I don't know. Does everyone else just kind of hoard like paper products from their childhood? Because my parents never threw anything away. So when I got my house and they moved and were like, here's all of your crap, I'm like, oh my God. I'll have to get like notebooks for a while. Anyways, so with this notebook, I have all of my filming, all of my notes from all of my videos, and all of my actual full moon and new moon rituals and like card reading. That's also on my Instagram, so you can go check that out. But I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, but I have I have to film this weekend for a couple different things that are happening in March. And I'm like, you know what? I want to do Toasty Tarot Nights. This sounds fun. Sounds great. Let's do it. So I recorded a little bit, like 8 minutes of one of them, and I just was not feeling the energy. And actually, I feel good that this one had really, really good energy. Really, really liked it. I just want to say that if you're going through a difficult time, I know that we all are. And I think that we forget that. I think some of us don't. Some of us do. And I think it is a time to show compassion and show kindness. We're living in a really weird time, and we have been for like the last 2 years. And with everything that's happening in Ukraine right now, breaks my heart. And it just seems like, when can we get a break? But the thing is that this makes us stronger. And it's so, like, tarot is so fucking crazy to me because this year's card for the collective is strength. And so far, so good. We're having to be strong about a lot of things and know that we are strong in some areas and not strong in others. But with all of these experiences, we're gaining experience and we're gaining wisdom and we're gaining strength. And I really hope that one day before I die, that I see peace. That I feel peace. And I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But I'm going to pause this really quick. Okay. But the one thing that I know that I will have for the rest of my existence, however long that is, and that's not just my physical body, but my soul, my spirit, that I will have forever, for eternity, is love. And it's hard living in a world like this. But the thing is that when we open up, when we talk about things and we say something is not right, you cannot do this, or you can't hurt someone, or you can't do that, and we stand up for each other, we're showing each other love. Can't let someone destroy our life, you know? And we all make mistakes. Things happen. I know I'm not a perfect person. There are a bunch of people, if they were to find out what I do, that my name is Witch of Boise, they'd probably remove that W and put a B. But I know who I am now. I know who I am back then. And I am growing to be and love the person that I am. And I want the world to be in that situation, you know? To understand and grow and accept, like, that things change and we can become better people. You don't have to be, like, living with guilt and being shamed your entire life over a stupid mistake or mistakes. You can grow from that, but you have to do the steps first. But I just want to say, though, that I appreciate all of you. I'm sorry that I'm weepy. It's just been a hard day. It's been a hard week in the world. And my heart and prayers go out to Ukraine and what's happening over there. I can't even imagine. I'm appalled by the judicial system of Idaho, of the United States, of blocking kids and people's rights. And it's just a hard time where you're just like, can we just stop? Can we just have a little break, please? This is a lot. And, you know, it is what it is, but we got to keep moving. And when the pandemic happened, and after the George Floyd murder, I just shut down, and I feel myself getting into that, like, overwhelmed, and I'm telling myself, you have the fucking strength, pardon my French, but you have the fucking strength to overcome this. You have the fucking strength to still be vulnerable when things fucking suck. So keep sharing your heart. We're gonna cheers to that. Keep sharing your heart. Clink. Well, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Sorry I was weepy. It seems to be like a running theme with me. I just get... But, thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you want to see what I'm doing on a regular basis, go to my Instagram. It's at Witch of Boise. My booking and private readings are on witchofboise.com. Thanks so much. You guys, like, you have no idea. I am so thankful for all of my people that have found me through Witch of Boise and still support me. And I love you so much. So thanks so much for hanging out. And we'll hang out soon. And maybe next time I won't be so emotional. But yeah, the world just needs to just chill. We just need to chill. And let's remember freedom, peace, love, and truth. You have a really good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.